Hello my Mahjong friends, welcome to the weekly Mahjong clinic. We are reviewing basics, tips, and strategies all about Mahjong as we play on ilovemahj. In this video, we're talking all about why you might not want to call for a tile, and how it's not always beneficial to expose. I'm so glad you're here. Type in the comments below or email me any questions you have or topics you would like me to go over, and I'll always be sure to answer. We will be playing on ilovemahj after the topic. Again, put in the comments below what you would have done different as we learn and grow together as Mahjong players. Before we get started, please connect with me by hitting the subscribe button and make sure you click the bell to get notifications when I post new videos every Tuesday at 6:30. Be sure to give me a thumbs up for those videos you enjoy. Share with fellow Mahjong players, and please be sure to comment. I love engaging with you and hearing all about your Mahjong stories and any questions you have. Thank you for always giving me your love and support. It helps this channel grow and helps us to create more tutorials and education for free about Mahjong. Thank you. Please consider becoming a channel member. There are 3 levels to choose from. You can click join next to the subscribe button on the main page. Once you join, it is a small monetary donation. Again, you have been supporting me along the way with free ways such as just simply subscribing, hitting the like button, sharing with fellow Mahjong players, and also commenting are great ways to let YouTube know that you like the Mah Jongg Class channel. Thank you. We're still looking for 2 of our Mahjong friends in the state of Alaska and Hawaii. If you are from there, please put it in the comments below, and we welcome you here to the Mahjong Class channel. We are trying to collect all 50 states, so we know we have a friend in every state. So again, if you're from Alaska or Hawaii, please put it in the comments below, and we'll be sure to mark it off that we have a friend in that state. Let's get on with our topic. So you must expose after you call a tile, and when you call for a tile, you'll say, I want that, or give me that, and you place it on top of the flat part of your rack, and you bring up the additional tiles to make a pung, kong, or quint. It doesn't matter that it's out of turn. It can be out of turn, and as always, if it's your final tile for Mahjong and it's discarded, you may call it, except for jokers, to complete your pair, your single, or your groups of singles like news or the year. In Mahjong, there are a few reasons why you might not want to expose a grouping right away. First of all, defensively, once you expose your grouping or groupings, it's possible for other players to know what you're playing. If you decide to expose, place melds to the left as you call them, and try not to keep them in order or in placement where they are in your rack. It will then make it harder for your opponents to figure out your hand and what you're playing, which line. When you put up jokers, you're giving your opponents an advantage for joker exchanges, which that will help them win their Mahjong hand. Try only to expose 1 joker or a dead joker, and a dead joker is one that all the tiles have been already discarded for that exchange at a time. So be mindful when putting up jokers. Another reason why it's not beneficial to expose is once you expose, you cannot change your exposure. Exposed groupings cannot be changed, and now you're committed to that grouping to be part of your hand. So now you're locked into a specific hand with that grouping. Exposed hand contains pairs or singles. When you have a hand that has pairs and singles, and I would not put up in a grouping until you are only missing 1 part of those singles or pairs, because if you expose and then someone discards all those singles and pairs that you need for your hand, you're not obviously going to win Mahjong and you're done. Remember, you can only call a discarded tile for Mahjong for a pair or single. You cannot expose them. And that also means grouping of singles like news or 2024 when this is recorded, meaning the year hand. Again, if it's the last tile for Mahjong, you may call for it. Let's talk about how I play. I play every hand as if it's a concealed hand, and concealed hands are those that you cannot put up groupings. So I play as if I'm playing a concealed hand. It allows me to switch hands and only call when I must. And what I mean when I must is that the last tile of that number that I'm looking for has gone out, then I will call. I try to play every hand as if it's concealed. A player cannot decide not to make an exposure. Once a player calls for a discarded tile and makes an exposure or places the tile on top of their rack, so maybe they take in tiles from their rack and put it on top, and as well put the other tile that they called for on top, you cannot change it. You can't change your mind. You have to make the exposure. I do not suggest you taking that called tile and placing it in your rack. But however, if people do that, because there's some people who have been playing that way for years, once you put it in your rack, you cannot change your mind. It is yours. You have to put the exposure up. And finally, endgame. Why making exposures are not beneficial to you at the end game. Often I see people put up exposures just to be part of the game. They'll say, oh, let me just do this. And those exposures often contain jokers, and then someone does a joker exchange, and that gives them Mahjong. Please be sure to weigh your options. Are you going to win, or are you giving your opponents that win? Most of the time, it is great risk to expose at the end of the game. I suggest don't expose and use those jokers as safe discards. If you can't win, a win for you is not letting anyone else win. So please be patient in exposing and be sure of what line you are playing. If you don't know what line you're playing, don't expose. And if you are too far, just don't expose to be in the game. Be mindful what information you are sharing with your opponents, your fellow players, and expose only when you must. So sometimes, again, as I mentioned in these 6-7 examples, it is not always beneficial to you to expose. So just keep those thoughts in your mind as you're playing and see how it might change your game and when you decide to expose or not. We're going to play on ilovemahj. Before we do that, Oh My Mahjong has given us a shopping discount code. You can get 10% off at checkout when you shop on their site, Oh My Mahjong, and put in MAH J Class. You'll receive 10% off. They have some great sets that are beautiful, and then their mats are absolutely gorgeous. They have some mats that are for beginners that have some rules on them, and then they have beautiful mats that might complement your sets, and then they're coming out with some holiday mats, so you might want to buy one for yourself to dress your table up for your friends, or you might want to buy one for a dear Mahjong friend for the holidays as a gift. Please use the code MAH J Class at checkout to let them know I sent you, and you get 10% off. On ilovemahj, you can try it out for 21-day trial for free using the code CB at registration. They have fabulous exercise rooms. It's why I enjoy playing there, and it's why I joined the platform in 2021. I found it very helpful when learning the new card. You can try it out for 3 weeks. That's 21 days versus the traditional 14 days that they give you. Use the code CB to be able to go for 21 days, 3 weeks. Go check it out. Now let's head on over to ilovemahj and I'll show you a few hands. On ilovemahj, we're going to go to Play Game Launch, Play with Bots, and we're going to play Official Game Advanced and launch our game. Please be sure you select the 2024 card and you can start your game. You can also change your background if you wish and the tiles. We're going to sort by suit, And we're going to look for our pairs, and today we have the number 1 and 5. 1 and 5 are in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We also have 1, 3, 4, 5 in dots. We have a whole run here that looks super. Let's maybe stick with the dots. And there's also, if I was playing 1 and 5, there's also a hand in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line number 4. It's 1, 3, 5, and then it's 7, 9. So let's keep all the odds. I'm going to get rid of these wins and maybe this 8, although we're passing 2 8s or 2 wins. Let's get rid of 6. We picked up a 3, which is perfect for that hand. I'm going to get rid of a south, a west, and a 9, I think. Let me just double check. Line number 6 is 2 different suits with opposite dragon. Line number 3 is all the same suit with matching dragon. Let's get rid of this dragon. Oh no, we got another green dragon. 9, 5. Oh, we want to keep the 9. Let's get rid of the green and the west. We got 8s and 1s. Let's continue. 1, 8, and 8, I guess. A south. All those greens are going around. I wish I could keep them, but. And now we have 7. Remember that one hand, 7, 9. Let's get rid of. We have our 3 to get rid of, but we can do the 4 next. I'm looking at line number 4 in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. A 1. Oh, we got a 9. That's perfect. A 4 and an east.
Courtesy pass.
And we got a 7. So this could play out 7, 9. The nice thing is we got all of our pairs. So we could do 7, 9 or 7, 9. Should we just do 2? I think I'm going to move forward and just get rid of this 7. I'll do 3. The 8, the 7, and the 4. And we got nothing. Prioritize your discards. So we're going to get rid of these first. And then I'm not going to place my joker anywhere in here yet, but obviously it's going to be either used with the 9s or the 7s. And I'm going to get rid of the green first because I know there was a lot of green dragons. So if somebody's wanting to play them, they'll have to call for them right away. Let's get rid of this first.
Green. 8 dot.
So this is a little unusual. I'm kind of already at a hand. I'm looking to play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line number 4.
8 bam.
But again, we can always change to something else. Oh, here's that 7 again, which we just got rid of.
West. 5
Prioritize again.
green. Red.
So nobody is playing those green.
South. 2 dot.
And you're not really thinking too much right now. You know you need 7s and 9s. We have the beginning part. We don't need this 7 because that would be matching, but we can still keep it because maybe we can play like line number 1 all in one suit. But we know we don't want this 1.
1 bam. 5 dot.
We're not calling anything. We have our
2
pairs.
bam. Green.
Not really going to change hands. I'm pretty set on this hand.
2 bam. 7 crack.
Now there's 1 7 crack. I'll move the joker over. I obviously can't call for him because I need a Kong.
5 bam.
There's a 5 crack.
5 crack. 2 crack. Call. East. 5 crack. 9 bam.
Keep in mind,
6 crack.
oh, there's a 9 bam. Now I gotta use the joker there too. So now I'm looking for more jokers.
Red.
3 bam, we don't need.
2 bam. 9 crack. 4 bam. 2 dot.
3 dot. You can save it if you want. We might be able to change hands. So I'm gonna start getting rid of this 7 dot.
7 dot. 1 crack. 6 crack. 3 dot.
There's another 3 dot, so probably not playing
7
that.
bam. 7 bam. 2 bam.
There goes all the 7 bams.
7 dot. 9 crack. 9 dot. 1 bam.
Need some jokers.
2 dot. 6 bam. 7 dot. 6 bam.
I can keep the 1 and the 3. I don't think I'm going to use them.
9 crack. South. 9 crack. 5 bam. 9 dot. 8 bam. 5 bam.
Where are all the jokers?
1 bam. So 6 bam. 8 dot.
4 bam, we don't need.
3 bam. 7 dot. Green. 9
I think
dot.
we had every 9 dot. Oh. All right, Amstead won. That was good for him. He was playing like numbers with news, line number 3, and the number 4. He had 3 jokers. Let's look at everybody else. He got 35 points for that because it's worth a 25-cent hand and he picked it himself. So he got an extra 10 points. Annie was playing 2 flowers, 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 4, and that's the multiplication hand. 6 times 8 is 48. She was in a good place. She just needed some jokers to fulfill her flowers, and then she could call for her 6s. She had a nice hand. Kurt was playing consecutive run, line number 3, which is 2 flowers, 1, 2, 3, and 1 suit. So we really had a nice hand. We weren't in competition with anybody. We just needed to have some jokers. Kurt only had 2 jokers, and Amstead had 3, and we had 1. So there's still a couple out there. So, all right, we didn't win that one, but that was nice because we had our pairs. I was pretty pleased with that hand right off the bat. I usually don't pick a hand so quickly. I let it develop, but because we had our pairs, that hand seemed most fit. I was maybe going to switch to an all dot hand. Initially, we thought maybe line number 1. I got rid of the 7s and the 9s. I do think we did get all the 9 dots at one point, but you never know how the cards are going to fall. And we could have switched to maybe line number 3 if we got some flowers, but we never got flowers either. That's okay. We don't win them all. This is our first game. We're just warming up. Let's do our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. We have a pair of 3s. We could just play all 3s or low numbers, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of the 7, the 8, and the west. Or maybe we could play 3, 6, 9. It's always fun to play. The 7, the 1. We can also do 1, 2. No, it wouldn't work. I was thinking line number 6, 1, 2, 3. That wouldn't work because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. We don't need these 3s. Unless we play odds, 1, 3, 3, 5. Let's get rid of, oh, here's our 7s. We could play line number 1, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is crazy. Shall we keep all odds? 5, 7. 5 and 7 can't be in the same suit. Let's get rid of it. I'm looking at line number 1. We got a 7 dot, another 7. Aish. This hand is all over the place. 7, 9. I want to play these 3s, but I don't think it's happening. Ugh. Now I want to keep up our numbers. Let's see. Maybe we'll break up the 3s. And now we get a 6. We're going to continue.
Second Charleston.
6, 3. Let's see. Got that 2. We got a 9. A 3. I don't like this. Those 7s I think are throwing me off. A 9, a 1, and a 6. Ariane looks terrible.
Pass.
Oh, maybe 7, 8, 9. Let's do 3 tiles. A 1, a 4. We could do 7, 8, 9 or 7, 9 with a matching dragon. Matching dragon is line number 5 in consecutive run. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right, let's move on. I'm thinking 7, 8, 9.
5 bam.
So we don't need these last 2.
Flower.
Can't call for anything yet. I don't know what hands I'm playing, so we're just gonna
8 crack.
hopefully let it develop.
Red. 4 bam.
I'm looking at 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll keep
Red.
any 6, 7, 8, 9 that we get. 5, 6,
1 bam.
7, 8.
1 bam.
There's a green.
3 dot.
South.
6 crack. East. 6 dot.
First 6 dot. 2 flowers. 7, 8, 9. We could try.
5 dot. 5 crack. 1 crack. 5 bam.
A 4. No, thank you.
8 bam. Green. Flower.
Yikes.
4 bam. 3 crack. Call. 9
I need
dot.
a little prayer here. Guys, pray for me that this all kind of works out. Not sure where this is going.
6 dot. 4
7,
dot.
8 cracks. They're all out. 9 crack.
3 bam. Call. 6 dot.
So 8 dot. No, 8 dots are out. Maybe we could play 7, 8,
2
9.
dot. 7 dot.
3s. And this 2 might, some Kurt or Amstead might want it.
2 bam.
Nope.
7 dot. Red. 4 dot.
5 dot.
5 dot. 7 dot. 7 crack. Joker swap. 1 crack.
2.
Crack. 8 crack. 6 bam. 7 crack.
Need some 8 dots.
1 crack. 2 bam. 9 dot. 5 bam.
6.
6 crack. 8 dot.
Thinking 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's the first 8 dot.
8 dot.
Oh boy.
4 dot.
3 dot.
3 dot. 8 crack. 9 crack.
Not calling for
5
anything.
crack.
'Cause this hand is terrible. 7, 8, 9. There's 1 8 out, so we have to use this joker there. Is there a 9 bam out? No 9s bams are out yet.
7 dot. Joker swap. Flower. 4 bam. 2 crack.
6.
6 crack. 5 bam. 7 bam.
Gonna call for the Kong.
Call.
Missing all these 9s.
9 dot. 5 crack. 8 bam.
Let's do it. One's already out. For the Kong.
Call.
We're committed.
Green. 1 bam. 1 dot. 9 dot. 4 bam. 6 crack. Green.
Where are all the jokers?
6 bam.
Of course, 8 dot comes now.
8 dot. 8 dot. 6 dot. 9 bam.
Need a
2
joker.
bam. 7 crack.
Maybe it's gonna be a wall game. Ah,
1 dot.
need some jokers.
2 crack. So, call, 4 crack, Mah Jongg.
Ah, well, good for Amstead again. He's on a roll. He played East and West with consecutive numbers and Kongs in 2 different suits. That's line number 3. That's number 2 for him. He earned 25 points for that hand, and Annie threw him the discard. He only had 1 exposure, so she got negative 10 points. Annie was playing 2 flowers, 1, 3, 5 with matching dragons, which is line number 3. She had a bit of ways to go. Kurt was playing Winds and Dragons, 9 number 3, which is the same thing Amstead was playing, but he was playing North and South, 2, 3. We were in pretty good shape. We weren't in competition with anybody with the numbers we chose, which is the upper numbers, except we just didn't have jokers. So Amstead had 2, Annie had 1, 2 for Kurt, and we had 1. Guess it's evenly distributed, but we could have used a couple jokers. Okay, I was looking to do 7, 8, 9. This was a bit of a bluff. I didn't have the 9 here, but you never know. Jokers are helpful, and maybe I could do a joker swap if people had some things up. Now we're on to our next game.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. And we have 6s and 9s. 6s and 9s are in 3, 6, 9. We also have 1 and 9. We can play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So let's get rid of the 8, the 2, and the North. See what comes up. Oh, 1, 3, 5. Let's get rid of the 2, the 2. Yep, like numbers, passing it. And the 7. We have a 1. We have 3, 6, 6, 9. We don't need the red. And I'm going to play 3, 6, 9 for something different. We got the other 3. Perfect. I'm going to push myself forward here. We're going to continue. Get rid of the 5, the 8, and the 3. The green, the 7, and the 5. We don't need this 5 or this 1. We can change this 5 out. We got our 1s back. Just send them along. Nobody wants them.
Courtesy pass.
And we picked up a 9. We can hold that. That's part of 3, 6, 9, and we have plenty to pass. We can do 3. And again, when you're playing, just keep in mind 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9 in any suit.
8 crack.
And we got nothing.
1 bam.
There is a hand, 2 hands with dragons. There's 3, 6, 9 with opposite dragon. We have matching, and then there's 3s, 9s, or 6s with matching dragon. So prioritize your discards. Keep the dragon for a little bit, and all these other ones we don't need. Perfect. We got the 3.
8 crack.
And we don't need this flower either.
1 dot.
I don't think.
4 dot. Call. 2 dot. West. 8 bam. Call. East.
Oh, everybody's jumping now.
8 dot. Joker swap. 6 crack.
If I'm playing line number 1, this isn't a must. I don't have to call this. There is another 6 crack, so I'm going to let it go. Because I'm not sure what hand I'm playing.
2 crack. 2 bam. North. 5 dot.
4.
1 dot. 4 crack. North. So. East. 2 bam. 6 bam. Red. South. 2 dot.
Don't forget about the 4 dot over there.
Flower. 3 dot.
To do a joker exchange if we get it.
Crack. 6 dot. 7 crack.
Oh, there goes our 6 dot.
7 bam. Green. 9 crack. 1 dot.
1 9 just went out.
North. 1 bam. 1 dot. 1 crack.
Yeesh.
4 bam. 6 bam. Call. 9 crack.
Oh, another 9. Here's a 4. We can do a joker exchange.
Joker swap. 4 crack. 5 dot. 9 bam. Call. Red.
Oh boy, nervous Nelly over here.
3 bam.
8 8 9. He could be a 7 8 9 with flowers.
5 crack.
I don't want to give him that flower. Maybe I'm switching my hand to a flower hand.
South. Joker swap. 7 crack. 2 bam. South.
Don't forget
1 bam.
9 bams here with 2 jokers. That's
So.
not a good decision.
4 bam.
They're both available to take. Soap.
So. South.
We might have to switch our hands here because we have to play these flowers. Otherwise, if we get rid of them, Amstead might want them.
6 crack.
Okay, the flower hands are 3 6 9 with 9 9, or 3 6 9 all in one suit, but you need a Kong of 6s. Let's try it. It's a must. Call for it for your Kong.
Red. 2 dot. 6 dot. Red.
4.
4 bam. Green. 5 bam. Call. 7 crack.
Oh, 5 6. Wow, look at everybody with their groupings up. So 4 flowers. I can't change my hand. I'm just
9 dot.
gonna play good defense.
6 dot. Flower.
Not gonna throw the 7.
9 dot. West.
They can be playing Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong. They could play 6 7 8 9.
3 bam. Mahjong.
Oh boy. So thank God it wasn't Amstead. That would have been its 3rd win, but it was Kurt. He was playing 5 6 7 8, and he picked it himself. So he got the 25 points for the hand plus 10 for picking it himself. That's line number 7, Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong, in 2 different suits. That's what I thought Amstead might be playing, but he was playing 7 8 9 all in one suit, and so if I threw the 7, he might have called for it. Although he didn't have, I think 8 and 9 were out, so he didn't have enough tiles. This hand kind of went a bust because I was nervous about Amstead. I thought maybe he needed the flowers, so I used the flowers to make the hand. Annie was playing consecutive run line number 7, which is all in one suit or 2 suits, Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong. So she had 2 suits, 1 2 3 4. Remember, they don't have to be the numbers 1 2 3 4. They can be any 4 consecutive numbers. On to the next game.
First Charleston.
Hopefully we can win this one. Let's see. We have a bunch of 3s and 4s, so 2 3 4 5. So let's keep all the 2 3 4 5. See what happens. 9 east and 9. 2 3 4 5. 2 3 4 5. 2 3 4 5. Decisions. Got the 2. Let's continue.
Second Charleston.
And I was thinking 2 3 4 5. 2 3. I always thought there was 4 4, but the hand 2 3 4 4 is 1 2 3. Line number 5, we need a bunch of flowers. Let's get rid of the green, the 7, and I guess we're keeping this 4 5. Don't need those 3. Don't need that, or that.
Courtesy pass.
2 3 4. We could try that all in one suit and get rid of these 3, the last 3.
8 dot.
Nothing came of
South.
what we needed.
7 crack. 7 bam. Green. 9 crack. Red. 5 bam. 9 crack. 7 dot. 7 bam. 9 bam. 4 dot.
We need 2 3 4 5. We need a Kong of 4s, or we can play 1 2 3, line number 4, which would be 2 3 4. We don't need it.
3 crack. Call.
Ooh,
1
1
bam.
2 3.
4 crack. 1 crack. 7 dot. 8 crack. North. 2 dot. 7 dot. 8 dot. 5 bam. 1 bam. 9 bam. 3 dot. 5 crack. 3 dot. 9 crack. 4 bam. 7 crack.
When something gets discarded, for example, the 3 dot, it's clear no one needs it, so you can hold it for a little later to discard. It's a safer discard.
6 bam. 1 dot. 8 dot. Red. 7 bam. South. Call. 9 bam.
South.
Red. 7 dot. So.
I haven't been too lucky tonight with the jokers.
8 dot.
Like some jokers.
3 dot. 3 dot. 2 dot. 6 bam. 9 dot. 2 dot. Flower.
This joker is a dead joker. The tile's already been discarded.
6 bam.
I don't think we're going to be using this 6.
6 dot. Joker swap. Flower. 8 crack. 1 dot.
1 bam. We can keep 1 2 3 4 with matching dragon or opposite. Let's get rid of this 5. So let's get rid of the flower.
Flower. 1 dot. 7 bam. 5 bam.
Oh, we got a pair of 4s. So line number 2 is 1s and 4s with 3s and 2s with opposite dragon. And then we have line number 5, 1 2 3 4 with a matching dragon. And we have line number 7, which is just 1 2 3 4. Let's get rid of the 5.
5 dot. Flower. 4 dot. 5 dot.
And I
8 crack.
did just notice
5 dot.
the red dragons are out, so probably not playing that hand, and we're not winning tonight. And congrats to Annie. She won Northeast, West, South. Very nice line number 1. Nice. Nobody played wins tonight. That was a nice hand for her, all the wins. I think most of the games people were playing wind hands, but not the first one with all the wins. Amsid was playing 1 2 3, line number 7. He had no 4s. and Kurt was playing 2 flowers, 6, 7, 8, line number 3. It's one of my favorite hands. I think when I first learned, that was the one hand that I always played, and that was back in 2012. And I was playing 1, 2, 3, 4, but I did notice all the red were out, so I was probably going to switch and get rid of that after I got rid of these 4s. Kurt had Amstead's 4s over here. Nobody had our numbers, so we've been picking some good numbers. It's just other people are getting their Mahjongs before us. Unfortunately, the leaderboard tonight did not look good for me. I lost every game, but I was happy with some of my hands. Amstead won 2, Kurt won 1, Annie won 1, and I had none. But it was still a fun night to be able to play Mahjong, and I'm happy you joined me. I hope that you will join me again next Tuesday to get a new topic and play some nice games on ilovemahj. If you decide to go on to ilovemahj, please use the code CB and you get 21-day trial. And that lets them know I sent you there. We'll try again next week, again 6:30 on Tuesday. I'll see you then, guys. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.